That is the River Bean, a place I've known since I was about 5 years old. And I have paddled and splashed and splished in there many a time as a kid. And we are about to head up to the old wood. Whew. Oh, it's been a while since I walked up this hill. I am out of shape and a bit out of sorts and a bit out of breath. Do you know what? Might be a bugger walking up this with a pack on the back. We've come here for a reason. Do you know what? If you've got a story to tell, one of the best places to come to is a place that has filled a lot of pages in my stories, an outdoorsman and bushcrafter. So I am just walking up. I'm literally about to come to the little junction. This view, as many of you know, I've known since I was 5, 6 years old. We're going into the old wood, the old permission wood. We are going to come out the hedge line, gather my breath, run across the road. Oh my god, that pitch is up. Let's put these down for a second. Right, we're in the old wood for a reason. It's been a while. Catch you in a bit. We just started the video again. I've just walked up on the trail and it's quite evident to see, I'll take a couple of pics later, that the badgers are now starting to be a bit more active. Badgers don't hibernate, but they don't tend to be quite as active and busy during winter. It's a glorious spring day. I've seen plenty of sign of recent badger excavations because this wood has a huge badger population. It's nice to see, and I've walked up on one of the deer trails, and what's really, really lovely to see is that that main deer trail, it's got no human footprints over it. It looks like no one's been here for a while, and that's the best outcome for this wood, for those that have followed this journey, my old permission wood. And here we are, the old spot here, the old spot. Original camp was just over there, and we use this area now because it's all overgrown and that again. I'm going to pop the poles down, we're going to get the larvae set up, and we're going to tell you why we've come here today. So let's just pop these over here, and I'll catch you in a mo. Let's just turn it around. We're going to pitch just there. Stunning. we'll just finish getting this pegged out nice and tight, nice and proper. Lay the mat down on it. Man, it's good to get out. Good to get out, and that's what this story is all about. Well, some of you by now might be wondering two things. Where have you been, and what's the story behind this? I haven't really done much. I haven't been depressed. I haven't been lonely. I haven't done anything since New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. I think I've put out 2 or 3 posts. So I was just watching a crow above the canopy. I haven't been out. The last, where are we now? 8th of March. 9 weeks I have not been out. 9 weeks. We've been out for some walks. I've been to nature reserves. I've been to the coast, but I have not been out in the woods. Why? I literally lost interest. Well, not lost interest, I couldn't be asked. I kind of thought I was really tired over Christmas. My back was playing up a bit, and I just couldn't sum up the energy or the enthusiasm to go out. And I got into a bit of a malaise, if you know what the understanding and meaning behind malaise is. I just got into an apathy of not going out. I wanted to, but I literally couldn't be asked. I still watched friends' videos. I was still doing some reading, genning up on knowledge, staying in touch with those that needed staying in touch with, sharing messages, you know, but I just couldn't be bothered to go out. And then the weather started to improve, and as I say, this wasn't about depression. I was mindful of me. I was mindful of my energy. And I thought, if I'm going to go out, it's got to be when I'm ready to go back out. And it's like 15 degrees today. In the last week, I thought, I need to get back out. I've missed going back out. Last few days at work have been a little bit better. So I've actually had some energy. I've done a post on Instagram and Facebook about it. And I just needed to kind of find me again. And this is the one place to come to. If I'm going to find me and get the enthusiasm was always going to come back, but just the impetus to go back out, I had to come back here. Because if this wood is healthy and it looks healthy, it feels healthy. You know, a lot of you know the story behind this wood. It feels all right, and that makes me feel good because I'm so connected to this wood. I love it here, and it's fitting to come back to this wood. Daffodil shoots are starting. There are daffodils out about. There's some primula, you know, wild primrose. The bluebell shoots are starting to come up. It's lovely. Catkins are out on the hazel. It's lovely just to come back out, and this is the one place I needed to come to. Firebox, I'm going to have a firebox. I've not brought too much equipment. My beloved Lavu, it's what I needed to do for me. And for those of you that have stuck around, I really appreciate it, because it's been 40 days. 40 days since I last put up a video. I could have put up some other shed ones, and I didn't want the channel just to start becoming more about the shed. I love my shed, but I needed to do a proper video. So those of you that have stuck around, and for those of you that will actually make the effort to watch the entirety of this video, humble thanks, heartfelt thanks. It really is appreciated. I'm going to light the old stove. I'm going to have a little bit of a wander around. We'll get some pics. So we're back. We'll do a little bit with the old firebox going. There's absolutely no need to have the firebox going today. It's so lovely. But the firebox stove, the Lavu, it's so fitting to have it done in this location. It feels right to do. So there we are. That's the story. And this is the backdrop to the story. We'll catch you when the firebox is going. Cheers. I actually lit that without actually aiming at it, because the beast, the ferro rod from Forest Fundamentals, is such a beast. It literally cast a shower of sparks on it and got it going. How awesome is that? First firebox in close to 2.5 months. It's probably the longest I've been without a firebox stove, to be honest with you. We ain't going to let that happen again. We'll get back into the habit of doing the old Firebox Fridays again. People used to enjoy that. There is a scope for doing it at work. I've got the wood at the back of work. Just let that catch. As I say, no real need for the stove today. It's more of a symbolic thing, a relighting of the fire, if you really excuse the pun, of my outdoor life. There is nothing like the crackle of flame upon wood. So there you go, folks. We're going to make many more opportunities like this happen. It's been too long. And that is the end of today's story. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch up again soon.